Hi, my name is Neil and welcome to Neil's Backyard. Just going to take you on a little tour through my aquaponics setup that I've got in the backyard here. So what I've got is an aquaponics set up inside of a little shade house area. So my fish are in the tank on the top here, and the water is taken from there across into a filter unit which I have here, and then from there it goes across into the sump tank down the bottom here. From there it's pumped in dual ways, once back to the fish tank and then also back around into where all my plants are growing. Here in some tubs. As I said, I've got the fish housed in a big barrel at the bottom here. The water is pumped from the tank, from the sub tank over here, along the line around the back and into the fish tank here. We've also got air lines, and then the fish flow down the bottom. What happens is there's a line that draws the water back out of the tank from the bottom of the tank to suck up all the debris that comes from the fish poo and any excess feed, and that goes back across this line here into the filter, which is a swirl filter. And you can just see there it is sitting around the bottom there. It comes in through this line here, up through the top, and then is enclosed by that piece of poly pipe, and that allows it to drop around the bottom here, drop around the bottom of the tank. The water is then flown, cleared. The clear water from the top is then taken from there back out and then back into the pond, into the sub tank, sorry, down the bottom. So what I do is I have this lid on here on the top, and that allows the water to come in here, flow out of the top of this pipe here, which comes out of the fish tank on the right here, and then the debris drop back down in the bottom, stay down the bottom, and then, as I said, the clear water goes back out there. When I need to clean it, I can use this little green tap here. I just turn the tap on and the water drains off there. I can then put it off into vegetables, etc. So the nutrient water is then stored in the fish tank in this sub tank here, which is a little bit dirty at the moment because I've just recently moved the fish from there into the main tank. But it's pumped from there, one lot back into the fish. The next lot goes back round into the grow areas, which is volcanic rock, and I'm growing some different vegetables in here at the moment, and also some tomatoes. Quite a lot of tomatoes. They're looking a little bit sad at the moment because they're just about finished. But it's pumped back in through pipes in the corner here, into each of the areas. And then we have a bell siphon where the water fills up to the top, and then it flows back out through. Once it reaches the top of the bell, creates a vacuum and then drains back down through the pipes underneath the tank. There's some pipes that go across there, and then the pipes drop the water back in to the pond. You can just see it going back in there, back into the sub tank, and then it's aerated a little bit, and then goes back through the cycle of back into the fish tank, and then the cycle completes. So the idea of having the fish in the large barrel at the back of me is that they actually stay in clear water, and their debris that comes out of the fish, the nutrients that they produce, the poo they produce, and any excess food is cleared off by the filter on the right hand side here. So then you don't have any problems with any bacteria with the fish, and it can be cleaned out of the filter quite easily. The sort of vegetables that I'm growing in my aquaponics system are tomatoes, which I've got. There's a few tomatoes, just green at the moment. There's a little one here, so I'll show you. Green tomatoes. And I've got a curry tree, bit of a curry tree here, which is growing quite well. Actually, it's getting quite tall, to be honest. And strangely enough, I've got a little bit of geranium in here as well. Now I'm also pumping water out by a line and a return line across round the side of my fig tree. A tank at the back here where I'm growing. Side of my shed, I've got a little setup here where I'm growing some tomatoes and some passion fruit, some cucumbers there to butternut pumpkins, and a banana tree as well. The fluid, the nutrient is pumped into a tank here. Nutrient comes in along the line here, goes into the tank, and then simply as a line, and then is pumped back out using a solar, which I've got up on top of the roof of my shed, and then that operates just during the day, and then pumps into the banana trees, the various vegetables that I've got along here. You can see there's a little bit just on this plant here, there's some fluid there. It's coming in, and then it drains back out, so you can see the fluid there, the liquid nutrients goes back along and then comes back down. So it then goes back in through the drainage pipes along the line here and into the bottom of the tank, and then pumped back out again.